When the boss challenges a black mechanic's daughter to fix an engine everyone else believes is beyond repair, what she reveals not only fixes the engine but shatters every expectation in the process. Her skills, confidence, and secrets leave the entire workshop in disbelief. In the heart of a bustling city, nestled on a narrow street lined with old buildings and storefronts, there sat a humble workshop known as Maxwell's Auto Repair. To the untrained eye, it might have appeared as just another auto repair shop filled with grease-stained mechanics tinkering under the hoods of various cars. But to those who knew the trade, Maxwell's was a legendary place, a haven for anyone in need of fixing the most complicated of engines. The shop was owned and run by Max, an aging mechanic who had worked in the industry for more than 40 years. Max had seen it all, every type of car, every make and model, and every problem imaginable. His reputation as the finest mechanic in the city was solidified through years of tireless work, and his word in the workshop was law. But even Max had his limits. There was one engine, one project that had stumped him and his team. It was a wrecked, rusted engine from an old military vehicle, brought in by a collector who was determined to restore the piece to its former glory. The engine had been through years of neglect, sitting in a junkyard for decades. It was missing parts covered in grime, and the internal components were barely recognizable. Despite Max's best efforts and the combined expertise of his loyal team, the engine refused to start. It seemed as though the more they tried, the worse the situation became. For weeks, it had sat in the corner of the workshop, untouched, as the mechanics continued with their routine tasks. One day, as the sun began to set, the shop's front door opened with a creak, and in walked a young woman. Mia had always been a bit of an anomaly in the automotive world. She was the daughter of a mechanic, and though she had spent most of her childhood watching her father work in a similar shop, she had never fully embraced the profession. She had gone on to study engineering and worked for a few years in a corporate job, but something about the pull of the garage had always lingered in her mind. So, when her father passed away unexpectedly, Mia found herself returning to the only world she knew, the world of grease, metal, and engines. Despite her qualifications and knowledge, Mia had always been underestimated by those around her. Being a young black woman in a field dominated by older, more seasoned men was no easy feat. The mechanics at Maxwell's Auto Repair, including Max himself, had always given her the occasional nod of acknowledgement, but they were never quite sure of her abilities. In fact, they often treated her more like a distraction than a professional. She had no choice but to prove herself, and her chance to do so came one fateful afternoon. Max was in the middle of a conversation with his lead mechanic, Dave, when Mia walked into the shop. Max's eyes flickered toward her, recognizing the familiar face of the woman who had come to ask for a part-time job. But Mia had a different idea in mind. "I'll take the engine," Mia said confidently, her voice steady despite the uncertainty in the room. Dave and the other mechanics exchanged glances, eyebrows raised in disbelief. Max chuckled softly, a sound that was part humor and part cynicism. "You really think you can fix that?" he asked, pointing toward the dilapidated engine that had been the source of so many failures. Mia smiled, her determination evident. "It's not impossible. I've been working on engines since I was a kid. I've seen worse than this." Max crossed his arms, scrutinizing her as if trying to measure her resolve. "Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to see you try," he said, his voice skeptical but intrigued. Mia walked toward the engine, her eyes scanning the rusted metal, the broken parts, and the wires that had long since become disconnected. She ran her fingers over the various components, each one telling a story of neglect, misuse, and abandonment. As she worked, she made mental notes of what needed to be done. She could hear the soft hum of the shop's radio in the background, but her focus was entirely on the task at hand. She wasn't thinking about the skepticism that surrounded her, nor was she concerned with the glances that the men shot in her direction. She had always been taught to approach problems with calm and precision, two qualities that her father had instilled in her from a young age. This was her time to prove that she was more than just a mechanic's daughter. The hours slipped by, and Mia worked tirelessly, examining each piece of the engine with meticulous care. She replaced the broken pistons, realigned the transmission, and meticulously cleaned the carburetor. As she worked, the room grew quieter. The other mechanics, initially skeptical, found themselves drawn to her. Dave stood behind her, his arms crossed, silently observing her every move. Max, who had been sitting in the office, appeared at the doorway, watching with a mixture of curiosity and doubt. By the time the night shift was nearing its end, the engine was looking less like a pile of junk and more like a functional machine. Mia wiped the sweat from her brow and stood back, admiring her work. She was exhausted, but there was a sense of satisfaction in the air. "You sure about this?" Max asked from the doorway, his voice carrying a hint of uncertainty. Mia nodded. "I think it's ready to start." With a deep breath, she stepped back and turned the key. The engine sputtered at first, then roared to life, the sound echoing through the shop. It was a sound that no one had thought they would ever hear. The impossible engine was running smoothly, its once dying components now working in perfect harmony. The other mechanics stared in stunned silence, unable to comprehend what they had just witnessed. Max's jaw slack, walked up to Mia and extended his hand. "I'll be damned," he muttered, his voice filled with a rare awe. "You did it. You actually did it." Mia shook his hand, her smile wide but humble. It wasn't impossible, just needed a little understanding and some patience. Dave, who had been watching from a distance, walked up to Mia, his face a mixture of respect and disbelief. "How did you know what to do?" he asked. "What made you think this engine could be fixed?" Mia hesitated for a moment before answering. "It's not just about the engine. It's about the person who worked on it before me. My dad always said that every engine has a story, and every story has a solution. You just have to be willing to listen." The other mechanics looked at each other, their eyes wide with newfound respect. Max, who had always prided himself on being the best in the business, now found himself learning from someone who had never been given the chance to prove herself. The next day, word spread quickly about Mia's success. The shop that had once been skeptical of her abilities now viewed her in a different light. She wasn't just the mechanic's daughter anymore. She was a skilled professional, a woman who had proven her worth in an industry that often underestimated her. Mia's victory over the engine wasn't just a personal triumph. It was a triumph for every woman, every person of color, and every individual who had ever been told they weren't capable. She had defied expectations, shattered stereotypes, and most importantly, she had earned her place among the best. As the days passed, Mia continued to work at Maxwell's Auto Repair, gaining the trust and admiration of the team. She would go on to restore many more engines, each one telling a story, each one becoming a testament to her skill and determination. And though the road ahead would still be filled with challenges, Mia knew that nothing was impossible. Because sometimes the most underestimated people carry the most unexpected truths. The engine sat on the workbench like a silent challenge. For hours, the workshop had been filled with the sounds of tools clanging, the hum of machinery, and the occasional murmur of disbelief. Every mechanic in the room watched Mia work with skepticism etched into their expressions. To them, this was a test not just of her skill, but of her worth in a space where she had always been underestimated. The engine in front of her had been a failure in every sense. No one had been able to fix it, not Max, not Dave, not even the most experienced hands in the shop. Yet Mia, the daughter of a mechanic, was now the one who was daring to tackle it. She moved with calm precision, her every action deliberate, her concentration absolute. Her hands, though covered in grease and sweat, moved effortlessly across the engine. She didn't rush. There was no sense of desperation in her. It was as if, in her mind, failure wasn't even an option. With every part she touched, she seemed to breathe new life into the machine. And it wasn't just the engine that was starting to change, it was the entire room. The mechanics who had stood back, exchanging looks and murmurs, slowly began to inch closer, their eyes fixated on Mia and her work. Some crossed their arms, others held their breath, and a few even leaned forward, hoping for a glimpse of the impossible being achieved right in front of them. Max stood silently in the corner of the room, his arms crossed tightly against his chest, watching with a mixture of disbelief and reluctant admiration. He had always prided himself on being the best, on having the skill and the knowledge to handle any challenge. But here, in front of him, stood a woman who was about to prove him wrong. The hours passed, and as the last bolt was tightened, Mia stepped back. The workshop was still. The engine, a mass of rusted metal and broken parts just hours before, was now complete. Mia wiped the sweat from her brow and took a step back, her eyes narrowing as she examined the engine one last time. She wasn't looking for perfection, because she knew perfection wasn't the goal. She was looking for a sign, any sign, that her work had been enough. And then, without hesitation, Mia slid into the driver's seat and turned the key. The engine sputtered for a moment, as if waking up from a long, restless sleep, and then, with a deep, resonant hum, it roared to life. The sound was smooth, powerful, and unmistakable, the sound of a machine coming back to life after a long absence. The room was filled with an electric silence, the kind that only happens when something extraordinary is unfolding before your eyes. The engine purred like it had never been broken, never been abandoned. Mia stood there, a small smile playing at the corners of her lips, her hands still trembling slightly from the work she had just completed. But it wasn't the tremor of failure. It was the tremor of victory, of triumph. The same victory that had eluded every other mechanic in the room, the one that Mia had claimed with nothing but sheer will and the knowledge passed down from her father, who had taught her that every problem had a solution. If you were willing to look closely enough, Max, who had been watching from the doorway, took a step forward. His face, usually set in a mask of stoic professionalism, now showed signs of shock. His pride, which had always been his strongest asset, seemed to have crumbled. He hadn't just lost a bet, he had lost a piece of his own identity, the belief that he was the best in the shop. As the sound of the engine reverberated through the workshop, he found himself struggling to find words. He opened his mouth, then closed it, as if trying to process what he had just witnessed. Finally, he took a deep breath and extended his hand to Mia. "You did it," he said, his voice low and filled with a mixture of respect and humility. "You actually did it." Mia's eyes met his, and she smiled, shaking his hand firmly. There was no bitterness in her, no triumphal gloating. This moment wasn't about proving herself to Max or to anyone else in the room. It was about proving to herself that she could do it, that she could rise above every doubt, every stereotype, and every expectation that had been placed on her. Her colleagues, who had once been dismissive of her skills, now looked at her with a new understanding. They had watched her work, had seen the confidence in her hands, the intelligence in her approach. They had seen a woman who had done the impossible, and they realized that she wasn't just a mechanic's daughter. She was a mechanic, plain and simple, and a damn good one at that. Dave, the lead mechanic, stepped forward as well, his expression changing from disbelief to admiration. "I'll admit I didn't think you could do it," he said, his voice genuine. "But damn, Mia, you showed us all." Mia nodded, acknowledging his words with a quiet grace. "It wasn't just about fixing an engine," she said, her voice steady. "It was about showing everyone here that the impossible is just a challenge waiting to be tackled." As the room began to buzz with excitement, the atmosphere shifted. It was as if a new energy had filled the workshop. The men who had once viewed Mia as an outsider now recognized her as one of their own. She had earned their respect, not through words, but through actions. Max, standing at the center of the room, felt the weight of the moment settle over him. He had been a mentor, a teacher, and a leader for decades. But Mia had just shown him that leadership wasn't about commanding authority or being the best. It was about seeing the potential in others, even when they themselves couldn't see it. And in that moment, Max knew that he had learned something that would stay with him for the rest of his life. Mia stood there, still smiling, as the buzz of conversation filled the room. She had come in as an outsider, a young woman eager to prove herself in a world dominated by men. But now she was one of them. And in that moment, the workshop wasn't just a place where engines were fixed. It was a place where perceptions were shattered, where barriers were broken, and where the most unexpected individuals proved that they had the power to change everything. As the engine continued to hum, steady and true, Mia knew that this was just the beginning. The road ahead was long, but it was hers to take, and no one, not even the most skeptical of mechanics, would ever question her ability again. The impossible was now possible, and Mia had proven it one turn of the wrench at a time. If you want to hear more inspiring stories that break barriers and defy expectations, subscribe to Expect Stories now and join us on this incredible journey.